talking to Sylvanus P.O.K., Superintendent Route Commander. I'm the Zonal Commanding Officer for the Road Safety Corps North East Region. I also serve as Head of Station for SLRSA North.
Across the board, nationwide, there is this ongoing commemoration for those victims that were involved in road crash, and the celebration, commences from the 14th to the 20th, Generally, how are you observing this day in the Northern region?
Of course, we are engaging more on sensitization because this is the World Remembrance Week. It's a whole week from Monday to Sunday. This week, we have been engaged in several activities, though the main commemoration will take place in Freetown because they have lineup of activities for Freetown. But for us here in the provinces, we are engaging more on sensitization in parks so that we can talk to drivers, because most times these road traffic crash are being perpetrated by drivers and riders. So we have engaged on sensitization to the lorry parks so that we can talk to them and raise awareness among them so that they will know that we also do not forget about these road traffic victims, but we remember them and talk to them to be careful on the road so that we can all put hands together to minimize road traffic crash in our country.
So what assessment can you make regarding the impact this sensitization has been making so far?
Of course, because most times when we go to those parks, we do sensitization, we talk to them about their conduct on the road. Most of them will be frank enough to tell us that we really need this kind of activities to be ongoing. They always tell us that they've learned a lot of things they've forgotten for years. We have pricked their mind again. We have just let them to be conscious all the time. So we really hope that, and we are sure that these sensitizations we are doing, they are making impact in the lives of these drivers and riders.
With this year's theme saying justice for road crash victims, how does that resonate to the work you are doing around your region?
Of course, that is trying to say that people should not compromise road traffic crash activities, because a lot of times some of them are being done by reckless drivers or riders. So some of these riders and drivers should not just let go of the hook. So that team is saying that we as a nation, we as enforcement bodies should make sure that those drivers and riders that recklessly kill or damage people on the road face justice and be meted out with the consequences, so that it will serve as a deterrent for others who may want to involve in those activities.
So moving forward, what is general assessment regarding road safety in your area?
Of course, we are doing our utmost best, because we always charge our personnel on the highways. We have personnel at all the strategic checkpoints. We always tell them to do vigorous checks so that vehicles will not just be left alone to ply on their own. Vehicles that are defective, let them take stringent actions against them. Drivers that they suspect are over speeding on the road, let them check them and make sure that we warn them so that they will change their attitude and make sure that our roads are safe.
All right, and how has the compliance level been with the road users?
Well, largely because of our strength and looking at the gadgets that we do not have improved state-of-the-art gadgets to do enforcement. We are doing our best. We are not there yet. There are a lot of challenges, because if you go to advanced countries, you can find out that the enforcement agents, they have speed gun, they have speed traps on their highways that is digital, so that they don't need to be everywhere on the road to monitor the drivers. They can be at one spot and monitoring drivers through technology. But for now, we do not have those improved gadgets. So we are doing enforcement manually. So we have our personnel on the highway. These are the constraints that we have. But we are hoping that with the vision that our leaders have in our authorities, in our enforcement agencies, we are hoping one day that we'll reach to that point where we might have CCTV cameras on our highways. We have speed traps. We will be provided with speed guns and patrol vehicles, so that we will be at any point. Drivers will not, they will not know our locations at all times, because when they know that a checkpoint is here, when they are approaching that checkpoint, they will always make sure that they put on the best of behavior. But when they know that certain areas there is no enforcement agents there, they will have a field day to do anything. But if we have all these modern technologies, the drivers will always be conscious that whether a traffic personnel is around or not, there is a secret camera out there that is monitoring me. So you find out that there will always be that consciousness.
All right. So moving forward, there is a Utone in terms of road users being compliant with the regulations. How have you been able to achieve this?
It's just enforcement, rigorous enforcement. That is what we instill in our personnel, that if we are going to succeed to reduce road traffic crash, then we have to be firm in enforcing the law. We have to do away with compromise. That is what we put in their head. So that is why sometimes when I'm here, I get a lot of complaints, because some of them are very rigid on the roads. People will call, oh, this one, I beg and beg, and he did not listen. He has to issue me ticket. I say, you have to bear it up. That is the responsibility that we have. If we do not do that, our roads will become very messy, and a lot of people's life will be lost on the road. And at the end of the day, the populace will turn out to yell at us that we are not doing anything.
So what is the relationship between the license office and the related bodies, the Abbas Union, motorbike riders, and more?
Of course, there is cordial relationship, because we have limits. They have what they expect of us, and we also have what we expect from them. So, but there is a good relationship with them. When it comes to sensitization, we get down to them and talk to them. But when it comes to enforcement, we make sure that we do our job without compromise.
All right. So what is your final message for this all-important interview?
I just want to ask the general populace that road safety is a collective responsibility. It's not just the duty of the Road Safety Corps or the Sierra Leone Road Safety Authority or the Sierra Leone Police. Everybody, pedestrians, passengers in vehicles, and even the general public, all of us must come on board and make sure that we all join hands together and reduce road traffic crash on our road, so that we'll always have confidence to sit in vehicles, that they will take us from one point to another, and our lives will be safe.
All right. Many thanks for talking to me.
Thank you.